In 1931, a zoo elephant named Duchess died under circumstances so disturbing they were quietly buried. 90 years later, something in Cincinnati just walked directly to the building where those decisions were made. At the Cincinnati Zoo, keepers noticed something strange about their newest elephant, a 12-year-old female named Sable. She arrived from a sanctuary in Tennessee, calm, well-documented, no behavioral flags. Within 72 hours of entering her enclosure, everything changed. She began pacing the same 7-step pattern along the eastern fence, something no keeper had seen before. Not a stress behavior, too deliberate, too rhythmic, like she was retracing a path she had walked 1,000 times before. Then the incident started. Keeper Marfus Web had worked with elephants for 19 years. He told his supervisor that Sable looked at him differently than any elephant ever had. Not with curiosity, not with fear. Recognition, like she knew exactly who he was before he even introduced himself. He requested a transfer within 2 weeks. Now here is where this story gets deeply uncomfortable. Records from the early 1900s show that a zoo elephant named Duchess was kept in conditions that today would be considered outright criminal. Chained for 18 hours daily, subjected to punishment training involving electric prods and starvation intervals. Duchess died in 1931 under disputed circumstances. Some records say natural causes. Others suggest something more complicated was buried alongside her. Researchers studying animal consciousness have increasingly found evidence that elephants possess a form of memory that goes beyond anything we previously understood. They grieve, they recognize faces across decades, they hold grudges. A 2019 study from the University of Sussex documented elephants reacting with measurable physiological stress responses to the scent of handlers who had mistreated them years earlier. Years. Not days, years. So what happens when that memory survives something even greater than time? 3 months into Sable's residency, she dismantled a reinforced gate mechanism that engineers said required understanding of sequential lock systems. Zookeepers found it disassembled on the ground, each component separated with what one engineer described as methodical precision. No damage, no forced entry, just unlocked, piece by piece. She walked directly to the administrative building. Now, nobody was harmed. But the symbolism was not lost on anyone who studied the history of that facility. The administrative building was the original site where punishment training decisions for animals in the early 20th century were authorized and documented. She stopped at the door, looked directly into the security camera, and walked back to her enclosure on her own. Ancient cultures across Asia and Africa have long held that elephants carry something beyond ordinary consciousness, that their souls do not simply dissolve. They accumulate. They return with purpose. Science cannot explain what Sable did. Zoo management released a statement calling it coincidental exploratory behavior. None of the senior keepers believed that explanation. Several have since left the facility entirely. And Sable, she is still there, still pacing those 7 steps each evening, still watching the administrative building from across the yard, If you believe animals are simply animals, this story is just a strange coincidence. But if you have ever looked into an elephant's eyes and felt something ancient staring back, you already know the truth. She remembers everything.